why I'm so shy. I'm literally just talking to the camera, but it's so scary, guys. I don't know if I've properly introduced myself. So this video is kind of going to be a little introduction about myself. Actually really didn't plan this out. I just know that I wanted to revive this channel and start posting on here because I feel like we can make this a really cute little safe space for any aspiring nail techs or any aspiring entrepreneurs to like come here and just chill. We're gonna start the conversation here about all things to do with nails, all things to do with entrepreneurship, all things to do with just stepping outside of your comfort zone and really pursuing what you want to do. I want you guys to be able to see me as your big sister of a nail tech and just ask me whatever you want to ask me. If it's business related or nail related, I would be more than happy to help you guys. Let me stop yapping and get into it. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Hiruni and I run Ameche Nails, which is a home-based nail salon. I'm a nail tech based in Southeast Melbourne. So if you guys want to see more of the work I do or anything else, you can check out my Instagram, Ameche Nails. I started doing nails back in April 2023. It is now December 2025, so it's almost been 3 years of me doing nails. I guess the reason I am making this video is I'm kind of really talking to anyone out there who's thinking of starting a business or thinking of starting to do nails, or even anyone just scared to step outside and pursue what they love. I'm speaking to you right now because from my personal experience, I understand that it can be super daunting and super scary to kind of step away from the normal, step away from what your family expects of you, step away from what everyone else is doing and just kind of fully pursue what you want to do. I understand that can be really scary, but I just want to tell you that it can genuinely be one of the most rewarding things that you can do for yourself. Like, don't get me wrong, it is going to take a lot of work to build something. It's not easy by no means, but it is super, super, super fulfilling. You know, I haven't been in this industry for a super long time yet. It's almost only been 3 years, but in this amount of time, I feel like I have really achieved some of my personal goals. So let me explain to you how I am where I am now. A lot of my clients ask me, you know, why did I decide to become a nail tech? How did I decide to become a nail tech? To be honest, doing nails itself was super random for me. Like, I never ever thought that I would become a nail tech. Honestly, I never even thought that I would be in the beauty industry, right? Growing up, I never really knew what I wanted to do at all, like career-wise. My family, like my dad and like my brother and stuff, like mostly have like a background in like IT and stuff like that. So that was kind of just naturally passed down to me. And I was never passionate about that. I never really found any interest in that, but again, there wasn't anything in particular that I wanted to do, so I was like, okay, if I have to go down that route, I will. So yeah, I did high school, started uni, and guys, keep in mind, I'm actually still a uni student, so I am studying at the moment. I never had like a solid, clear vision for myself in that way. Nothing really interested me in specific, and yeah, all I knew was that like in high school, I really did enjoy studying business. I found it super interesting. So I think deep down, I always knew I wanted to start a business, but I didn't know in what industry or what exactly it was going to be. I just knew I wanted to do something on my own terms and I wanted to build something myself. So how did I get into nails? My clients always ask me, why did I become a nail tech? How? To be honest, nails itself was super random for me, guys. Like, I never really thought about doing it. I did really enjoy little art paintings and intricate little paintings when I was in high school. It wasn't my main hobby. I was really super into like music and singing throughout high school, but drawing was something that I enjoyed. In 2023 is when I kind of decided, look, I want to get into doing something. I want to like start up my own business. And luckily enough, one of the nail techs that I had been following for a long time, Nails by Softang, you should check out her Instagram, guys, she's amazing. She had just introduced her nail courses and I was like, you know what, this seems really cool. I always thought nails was way too hard. I was like, do I have the patience for this? Will I be able to do this? Yeah, it was just something that I always thought would be too hard. But I was like, you know what? Let me just give this a go. It was a leap. It was a big jump. I was like, let me just give this a go. And if I like it, I like it. If I don't, it's a skill that I can gain. So yeah, I tried out this course. I was actually her first student, and she was such an amazing teacher. She really inspired and motivated me. Straight off doing that first class, I was like, you know what, like this is for me. Like, I love doing this. It was super fun, and ever since I left that class, I really just got straight to it. I didn't stop. I remember I got home from my class and I was practicing like doing an acrylic set on like this fake hand. I didn't even have my e-file yet, but yeah, I started and I couldn't stop. And guys, I'm gonna keep this like super like raw and honest, because like I want this channel to be kind of a safe space and an honest space too, about like the reality of owning a business, and be like honest about my experience. Like when I started, like I was seriously like in probably let's just say like was it the worst stage of my life? I don't know. It was a tough, very, very, very tough stage of my life. There was a lot of stuff happening in my personal life, and I was going through a lot of loss at the time. So, you know, starting something like this and kind of taking this leap was a super big deal for me. Something I learned, I guess, from that was that it really doesn't matter what stage you are in your life. Like, you don't have to have everything together. You don't have to have everything figured out to, you know, take that leap and start pursuing what you love. You don't have to be in this really great spot, because I wasn't. I was mentally in a terrible, terrible place. But starting this really helped me so much in my personal life. It gave me kind of like a drive, and it gave me a bit of a purpose. It gave me motivation. And yeah, it's kind of like, I don't know, when you start a little business, guys, it's like a little baby. It's like a little seed that you water and it grows, okay? And it's a very, very rewarding thing to do, unlike, you know, just working for a place that you have no passion for. You can take it slowly, take baby steps. Never going to be like, one thing I think that is really important to remember in the beginning is that it's never going to be a steady uphill journey, which might sound self-explanatory, but I feel like a lot of people put pressure on themselves, especially in the early stages, to, you know, get successful really quickly, or like see some sort of success really quickly. But you have to understand that it is a slow journey. There's going to be hills, there's going to be troughs. You're going to be super consistent sometimes. You're going to have points where you're burnt out, but the most important thing is that you keep going and you take small steps every single day to get to where you want to be. And yeah, you should never be too hard on yourself in the beginning. That's just a side note that I wanted to touch on. At the time, I was still working my 2 jobs and still studying in uni as well. So I am still currently a uni student. That is something that I didn't want to drop. In my personal opinion, I think it is important to have a backup plan, or a plan B. Don't get me wrong, it is by no means my plan B. My degree is probably my plan Z. I could not think of anything worse than working a corporate job. I study business analytics now. I think it's good to have some sort of a backup, especially in an industry like this where things are unpredictable. So that's why I'm continuing with my degree. So yeah, when I started, I was still studying. I was actually going onto campus at the time when I started. I was working 2 jobs. I was working at KFC and House. And yeah, as for when I properly started my business, started taking clients, guys, after my course, I think I did about 2 practice hands, and then I started practicing on people. I took like, I think 2 models, 2 practice models. I charged a very, very discounted rate because I felt confident and ready enough to start doing nails on them. And yeah, I started from there, and after that I started taking my clients. And in the beginning, guys, it was super tough to balance doing my business in uni. my camera overheated. Anyway, but luckily that year, same year, I think about, let's say April, May, June, July, August, September, October, about 7 months in, I was blessed and lucky enough to have been able to grow my business to a level where I was able to support myself, and I quit my jobs, and I fully, from then on till now, I've been doing nails as my only source of income, and still studying in uni as well. So technically I'm not working full time. I do work many hours a week though on nails, but yeah, that's been my life. Guys, I left my house to record this video because, fun fact, I'm actually terrible at speaking to a camera. It is the scariest thing ever. It makes me so nervous. And also, I don't know if it's just me, but guys, I can't like speak like this when I'm at home and like my parents are listening. It just feels weird. So that's something I'm working on. So yeah, I left my house to sit in my car and take this video. And there's cars driving and it's a bit scary. Anyway, now I'm going to start speaking to you guys. Not yelling at you guys, just speaking to you guys. Speaking to you. I think I'm like literally like just envisioning who is watching this right now. And I feel like, I hope who's watching this right now is someone who is thinking of starting a business, or thinking of becoming a nail tech, or thinking of pursuing something that they love, but for some reason you're feeling scared or nervous or just like anxious about, you know, stepping outside of your comfort zone and doing something that is not usually seen as normal. So I'm speaking to you, and I'm just gonna ask you, what the heck are you actually afraid of? Like, in the grand scheme of things, guys, we are only on this earth once. We have one chance to live out our lives and do what we want to do. So don't be stuck doing something you're miserable in just to please your family, just to please others. Just do what you love. As long as it's not hurting those around you, I really believe that you should take that leap. What else could you possibly be scared of? I'm trying to visualize myself when I was younger, what I was scared. Another thing that I was scared of is actually what I'm doing right now, putting myself on social media. I really did not like doing this type of things. I'm a very introverted person. If you know me, you know that I'm only comfortable with my friends, and I'll really only be myself around like people that I'm close with. So knowing that the type of nail tech that I wanted to become, the type of business that I wanted to run, I knew that it would only be able to excel if I really put myself out on social media. And that was daunting for me. It's something that makes me feel uncomfortable, but I really wanted to push myself this year and, you know, make more content, be in front of the camera more, show you guys a bit of my life. So that's something that was really scary for me, because I was like, oh, you know, what if I get judged? Like, what if what if people think I'm weird? What if people like look at me like differently? What if, you know, just one thing you have to do is you have to get out of the mindset of worrying about what other people think, guys. Seriously, just don't give any shits about that, because at the end of the day, it does not matter, and you will realize that. And if you're scared of things not working out, if you're like, what if I invest all this time, money, and effort into this and it ends up failing? If that is something you're scared of, I need you to also get the heck out of that mindset and stop thinking so negatively. I need you to just stop worrying about a scenario in the future that hasn't even happened yet, and just focus on what you can control in the present, right? There's absolutely no point stressing about things that you can't control. All you can do is work on what you can control, and that is bettering yourself every single day, putting in the work, putting in the time, the effort, bettering your skill, learning more, just doing whatever you can to keep moving up. Like, don't worry about it failing before you even start, right? I really, that's something that actually never kind of scared me. I never thought about, oh, what if this would fail? I just kind of went straight into it, and I didn't let that even be an option. right? I was also 19 when I started, and I am now 22. The time has actually gone so quickly, guys. Yeah, and also I don't even think it matters how young you are. Like, the earlier you start, the better, guys. I really wish I started this in high school. I think I did mention at the start, guys, I'm based in Melbourne, so I live in Australia, and talk to this with other people running businesses as well. We always talk about how there is so much opportunity here, and so many industries that are untouched, especially the nail industry. I feel like there's so much opportunity to really stand out, be different, and grow. And it's very exciting, and it's very motivating. The mindset that you have to want to start your own business, the entrepreneurial mindset, is not something that everyone has. I feel like you are, to some extent, like, born with that kind of mindset. So the dreams that you have for yourself, no matter how big they are, you can achieve them. If someone was to have told me 3 years ago, Haruni, you're going to have done a celebrity's nails, you're going to have quit your jobs and just pursue nails. If someone would have told me that that was going to happen for me less than 3 years into being a nail tech, I would have literally looked at them like they were crazy. I would not have believed it. But that's the thing. It is seriously possible, and I'm not even trying to just like say that for the sake of it. I'm just trying to prove to you guys that it is possible to do what you want to do. I don't want to sound crazy, but guys, manifestation goes a long way. Positive thoughts, energy, positive lifestyle goes a long way. Yeah, that's another thing. As I was saying before, you don't have to have everything figured out, but it is super important that you have some sort of a plan. You know, if you're trying to navigate to a destination and you only have like a general idea of where you're going, you're likely to get lost, right? So good to have a plan. I understand that some people that are watching this, if you don't have your family on board with what you're doing, if your parents don't really understand what you're doing, like, I'm Sri Lankan. I've grown up in a brown household. Like, I understand that, you know, even working in the beauty industry is not something that is typically, like, what am I trying to say? It's not common for, like, you to come out and be like, oh, I want to go, mum, dad, I want to be a nail tech. It's not a common thing to do, right? I was blessed enough that my parents don't put pressure on me in that way to, like, you know, be a doctor or, like, be an engineer. Like, they were super understanding and just wanted me to do something that made me happy. But I know that not everyone watching this is in that situation, so I can see why that would be even scarier. But I still don't think that's a reason for you to give up on what you want to do. I still think that the effort that you put in, your work ethic, and the results that are going to come from that work ethic will speak for itself and hopefully persuade your parents. It's important to listen to your parents, you know, take on board their advice. But at the same time, advice, you know, is often a reflection of the giver and not the receiver, if that makes sense, right? No one truly knows your own journey. So trust your gut, trust what you want to do, trust what you want to achieve out of life, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise, okay? Yeah, I don't know what I just went on a whole rampage about for the last however long I was speaking for. I really hope that at least 2% of what I've talked about resonated with somebody watching. Long story short, what I'm trying to tell you is that next year, whether it's now, do that thing you want to do. Start that thing you want to start. Take the leap. No matter how scary it might feel, I know that you will look back and thank yourself, because there is nothing more fulfilling than doing what you love. Side note, guys, if anyone here is wanting to become a nail tech, I am looking to start doing nail courses next year. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure you follow my Instagram, because any updates about that will be posted there. Moving forward, I really do want to keep posting consistently on this channel, anything business related, anything nail related. If there's any specific content you guys want to see, please comment it down below, whether it's day in the life type content, vlogs, whatever it might be, just yapping like this. Comment down below. And also, if you have any questions or fears, concerns about anything you're going through, please comment it. I would love to help if I can. Again, I want to make this a really safe space for anyone to just chill and chat. If you watched till the end of this video, thank you so much. I appreciate your time, and I will hopefully see you next time. Bye. I really need to do my nails as well. That is embarrassing.